All right, boys, how y'all doing? So we're gonna talk about if we should summon for Serenial's limited card, Peko. So there's two ways to get Peko. You could get her by summoning. She's guaranteed when you hit 70. When you when you do 70 pulls, but you could get her before. It is a limited card, which means in 10 days when this goes away, um, it goes away. You can't get it anywhere else, right? So naturally, the answer is yes, you should just pull for it, right? But for whatever reason, let me if you can't pull for it, I'll show you some alternatives. You could buy Serenial's card, Peko, right here for 300 if you've been saving it. And you could just be done with it there. You just buy the card, boom, 300, done. Cool. You could buy it here or you could pull for it. I pulled for it because I kind of just wanted to gamble for fun. Um, but you're probably thinking, okay, Bill, what if I can't pull for this? What are the alternatives? Is it worth it? The answer is yes. It's a limited card. It's her best in slot card. Serenial is the strongest unit in the game right now. Right, we go Hunter, apply, cool. So these are the cards. Uh, the other cards you could pick for her. Um, Point blank period, Yuri is very strong. She just allows you to draw two. The assigned combatant's attack is increased by 8%. Upon the first shuffle, the assigned combatant increase damage increases by 8%. So you get 16% damage, basically. But this is attack and this is damage dealt. You get it's solid, right? Can't really go wrong with the parity. At the start of the turn, the damage for one attack card increases by 10% for the combatant, but that's only one attack card. When the combatant generates a card for the first time, their attack card damage increases by 10% for one turn. This is just for one turn, and this is just for the first card, right? For one turn, increase damage for the generated cards by assigned combatant's ability. So this is just, it's very situational. Your first attack card gets a damage. You only get this damage for one turn, and this is only for one turn as well. So Yuri is basically better than the carrot, basically, right? Because this is consistent. This is consistent damage, and it's draw two. Pot of Greed. If you know anything about card games, I have Pot of Greed. I play Pot of Greed, and I draw Pot of Greed. Draw two. Pot of Greed. Like, it's just strong, right? Well, his voice actor is pretty cool. The damage of the combatant's bullet cards increases by 10%. I'm gonna stop it right here. She doesn't have bullet cards. Next. Peko. Best in slot. Increases the assigned combatant's attack by 8, just like Yuri. When the assigned combatant's card moves to the graveyard to hand, gain 1 repairs complete. You get plus 10% damage. Amount of the assigned combatant's attack cards, 3. So you get 30% damage. Increased damage amount of the assigned combatant's attack cards that are used against ravaged targets by 15%. So you get a plus 30% damage bonus. You get 8% attack, and you also get 15% damage when you're attacking ravaged targets. And also, when you apply ravage and you activate this, you get something called Overclock Beacon that increases your crit chance by 25% for one turn. So you just buy this one. I'll humor you and I'll show the others. Kiara, if there are 10 or more cards in the graveyard, the assigned combatants attack card damage is increased by 50%. This is for characters that want to use a bunch of cards, put them in the graveyard, and fill up your graveyard so you get the increased damage. So like Kieran and Renoa. This is not for her, right? It's just not. This is the battle pass. The crit chance of the combatants attack cards increased by 8%. When the assigned combatants attack cards result in a crit chance, you get 3% crit damage. It stacks up to 5 times, 15% crit damage, and this applies vulnerable and does 250 damage. If you have this, this is actually, I would say, top 3 in terms of value if you don't have Peko. So you go Yuri, Peko. And Janet, I'm not gonna lie, it's not good. Increases 9% crit chance for assigned combatants that attack cards costing 1 or less. She has 1 of those, 2 of those. When the assigned combatant uses bullet cards, doesn't use bullet cards, useless, right? So it's really between Peko, Sorithria, and Yuri, really and truly. And Peko is just so good that you shouldn't even bother with the others, right? Just buy Peko. All right, that's oh, reset. That's basically it. And yeah, that's about it. If you have any other questions you want to ask, feel free to do so. I will see you all later. Bye bye.